above and beyond for me every time that he could. I remember this one time. I was being stupid, and it had snowed really bad, kind of like it's supposed to do tomorrow and tonight. And I had this car, this Thunderbird, a 1988. It was as old as I was, and they only paid $100 for it and gave it to me for Christmas. And my best friend, Kishra, and I were not doing anything that we should have been doing. And we decided to drive through the park just outside of town. And we got stuck. She had pneumonia. And my dad brought Bob Thornberry, and they shoveled and towed that little crappy car all the way out of the park. And when we got back to the house, he demanded that Kishra get in the bathtub so that she didn't get even more sick. And he didn't even ask me what I was doing in the park, because he knew, because he always knew. He didn't ask me what I was doing in the park. He didn't ask me why I had gone that way or scold me for getting him out in the snow. He just shook his head and called me a dumbass. I'm sorry. But that was his word, and he used it for everybody. If you messed up, that's what you were. If you lied, that's what you were. He used to tell Jacob, Jason's son, to pull up his pants, or he was going to staple them up for him. And one time, I saw him go after Jacob with a staple gun. He didn't do it. But I never seen Jacob run so fast. He pulled up those pants and he hightailed it out of there. I have a beautiful little boy, and he loves his pawpaw to death. Loves him so much, and you could just see it in the way that he looks at him. And I've actually got a picture of the first time he ever held my little boy down there, and just, you can't even see his face, but you, just looking at the picture, you can feel the love that he had. And I'm lost without my dad. I don't know who I'm going to call if I go into a ditch, or if I need one of those really good hugs that just make everything better. He had a way with people. It may have been brash, but it worked. He was the best man that I ever knew. And I don't know if I'm ever going to find anyone like him, but I can only hope. I mean, he was the type of guy that loved his daughters, Tanya and Nikki and me, all so much that he wasn't afraid to put a gun to somebody's head and say, if you hurt her, I'm going to fucking kill you. I'm sorry. My dad, our dad, was a good man, and he loved everybody in this room. Whether or not you know it, whether or not he called you a dumbass, whether or not he gave you those hugs that made you feel like the whole world was gonna be all right. And when I got that call, that's all I wanted was that hug, and for him to tell me in his deep old voice not to cry and that everything was going to be all right, and to kiss me on the forehead and tell me that I was his sweet pea. I did. I wanted that more than anything else. And I hope that all the good things that he's done for everyone, taking in people who didn't have a place to stay, giving you a meal if you were hungry, a ride if it was cold and you needed to walk, all those things are things that he did because he loved you, because he knew that you were good people. And I hope you remember that, because I'm not ever going to forget.
Would anybody else like to share any memories or stories? All right. If I could, I'd like to ask everybody at this time to bow your heads with me and join me in saying the Lord's Prayer with us. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, and forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. We're going to go ahead and close out on a really fun song at this point. It was informed to me last night that John always said he wanted to go out on a high note. He always wanted to go out having fun, and that this was a song that he liked, and it's one I like too. And at any rate, so give me just a second here.
My eyes aren't good enough to see the writing on here, and I've got to look for the one that I wrote real big. Maybe it's in there.
There it is. Found it. I'm sure he's laughing right now. What would he have called me, Brittany, on that one? Feel free. It's all right. Yeah, there you go. I'll take that. But in the next days and weeks and months ahead, I'd ask all of you to kindly and fondly look back on your memories with John. Think of him often, share stories about him with one another, and for God's sakes, laugh, because it sounds like that's what he would have wanted. When the Saints, when the Saints, when the Saints go marching in, I want to be in that number. When the Saints go marching in, oh, when the Saints, oh, when the Saints, oh, when the Saints go marching in, oh, I want to be in that number. When the Saints go marching in, when the sun refused to shine, when the sun refused to shine, oh Lord, I want to be in that number. When the Saints go marching in. Oh, when the trumpet sound the call, oh, when the trumpet sound the call, oh Lord, I want to be in that number. Oh, when the Saints go marching in. saints, oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, Lord, I want to be in that number when the saints go marching in. Oh, Lord, I want to be in that number when the saints go marching in. Oh, and there's going to be a dinner after that everyone's invited to. Where's the dinner going to be? Oh, good. Right across the hall. Oh, brilliant. That's good. And thank everyone for coming. Yes, there is a party at 7 p.m. and it's going to be at Copies. And I'm going to be there, and I want to see everybody else there too, because it's going to be a pretty cool toast. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, a whole lot of fun. So, thank you for coming, and this concludes the service for John Fisher.